guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie or Cakes, and this is actually the second time I'm recording this video. We are just doing a really tiny review of this Colourpop holiday palette that they came out with. This is called the Naughty List Holiday Kit. It is just a really simple monochrome 5-pan with a cream gel liner in, I think, Swerve? Yeah. So it's just a matte black. It's called Swerve. Here's just a really quick swatch. It's a super basic black. I do like the cream gel liners, kind of. The issue with them is that after a couple months they do dry out, and then they don't feel good. They don't feel creamy or smooth anymore. So that's why I don't really get them. And then here is the 5-pan called Out All Night. It's your basic black, 2 shades of gray, and then 2 shimmers. Again, I am going to do some really quick swatches. Okay, our first shade is Winter Nights, which is just a matte black. Second shade is Chill Out, which is a darker gray. Third shade is Silver Bells, which is just a silver shimmer. Our fourth shade is Let's Cuddle, which is a lighter gray. And then our last shade is Feelin' Frosty, which is another silver, but it's more of a silver versus like a gray silver. On camera, the shimmers do look quite similar, but even on the eye, they also look a little similar, which it's fine. You don't have to use both at the same time. I probably will. And then the last thing I got was also a Super Shock in the shade Obvi. It's like a very nice mint green. I'll do a little swatch of that. Alright, swatches are done, so now we are going to go into just a really quick look. I did already film with this in footage that could not be recovered, but here is a photo somewhere up here of what I did, so I think I'm just going to do something even more simple than what I did in that photo, and let's just go for it. Reaching into my Revolution Super Base. Everything that I put on will be in the description because I already came on camera with my face done, and I feel like I typically sweat on my other eye as well, so I'm like, you know what, let's change it up today. I'm just putting it all over the lid. I typically make my looks go up a lot higher, but I think for today I don't want it to be too big. Just want a little bit more. That should be just enough. I know I always say it's better to do both eyes kind of at the same time, but I am just going to do one eye and then I'm going to come back with the second one done. So I think we are going to reach into the darker matte gray, the shade Chill Out. The formula is Pretty Powder, which is kind of on par with Colourpop. Typically the formula is a bit more on the powdery side, but it's hit or miss, but typically it's like pretty good for the price. And then I'm going to take that light gray and just do a little bit of buffing with it. Not very much though. And now we're going to dip into that black. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to dip back into that dark gray. Back into that light gray just right here. I definitely feel like this is a trust the process type of look. Now let's try some of that silver. I think I'm going to go in with the darker silver, which is Silver Bells. I mean, with a brush, it's okay. I am going to go in with a little bit on my finger. Right on top. And I might like that a little better. It's just okay. I'm going to go in to the last shade that we have, which is Feeling Frosty, the whiter silver. I'm going to put it right here. And along my underneath. And again, there's not that much contrast between them, which kind of sucks. So now I think I'm gonna go in with the green, which my camera probably isn't gonna pick up anyway. But the very center of my eye, I think I'm gonna put the green right there again. And I'm just not sure that it's picking up the green. And I want to put some in my inner corner as well. Just to kind of clean up some of the edges, I'm going to go back into that lighter gray shade. And I think I can add some of that black back in, just tapping it in. Tap, tap, tap. I think I want to put some black on my under eye. And some of that light gray. I think it looks interesting. And once I have it on both eyes, I feel like I may like it a little bit more. So I'm gonna be back with this eye also finished. Okay, so I did try to match as best I could. I think that the wings that I made from the shadow just aren't matching as well as I hoped that they would, which again is fine. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of that cream gel liner, and I think I'm just going to kind of go over the black bits a little bit. Again, it does go on very smooth, but it doesn't stay that way for very long. And then a little bit right here. And then I think the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a little bit of the Super Shock. I think I'm going to try it as a highlighter, which is probably a terrible idea, but that's okay. Just lightly dipping into it and then lightly tapping it down. And so instead of it coming off as like a super strong shimmer, it's really just like a slightly green glow, which, I mean, that's okay. And put on like this cheek. I do have some fallout from either the Super Shock or just the shimmers in general, but there was no eyeshadow fallout, which is kind of rare. Use a little bit more on my finger, more on my nose. Yeah, it's definitely would not make a good shimmer. And I didn't think that it would. I do have another green though that I can actually use, so I think I'm gonna put that on instead. You already know, trusty dusty Scooby-Doo and Glamlite. That has a really pretty green shimmer that I love using. Just a little overlay on top. And I think the green just adds a little bit of emphasis on the green that's on my eyes. And that's really it. That's really all I got. I do think that the look, I mean, it's fine. It's okay. The palette does kind of remind me of the little mini Xenon, I think from Natasha Denona, but again, I mean, it's monochrome. There's only 5 shades. So if this is your go-to, if you just like doing like a black smoky eye, then I think that this is really good. Or if you know someone who likes it, it is a really little gift set. I think it's on sale for about $9. It's really up to you if you want to go buy it. I don't regret it. I think it's a pretty good purchase, and my favorite is definitely the Super Shock. It's a really, really good. And I do have a couple other Super Shocks as well. But that is all for today's itty video review. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a good day. Drink some water. Bye!